Okay, this is the Pioneer A400, bought for spares and repair. I've got a couple of these. I use one at home. My landlord is borrowing one off me at the moment, and they're both in working condition, but mine's starting to fall apart. And I've also got this one here that's awaiting a volume control, and unfortunately the volume controls are very hard to get hold of. They're prone to being very noisy and very difficult to replace them. They're sort of like a unique fit. This amplifier's sold spares and repair, so I'm just going to give it a power up now just to see if it does anything, and then see if we can work out what's actually wrong with it. So we switch it on and see if we get anything. Okay, nothing. There's no power at all. So need to check the voltages and things just to see if we've got supply voltage okay, and check for DC offsets. We'll do the DC offset first. We'll just check the DC offset on the meter. That looks good. Good. Check any of the voltages on the other transistors. It actually looks like there's a power supply problem. The power is on. Okay, so we need to have a look at the power supply next. So it's 22 AC volts, and just check the. Yep, we've got supply to the transformer. So there's your supply to the transformer. I suppose the next thing to do is check and make sure the bridge rectifier is working, because there certainly doesn't seem to be any supply to this amplifier. So we're measuring on the output of the rectifier. AC supply in by the looks of it. It might be on the AC. No, this is on the AC side of the rectifier. Let's go to the outer side of the rectifier. 60 volts. So we've got DC supply, so the rectifier is okay. So let's have a look underneath and see if we can see anything wrong with the board or anything, or maybe check to make sure the voltage is on the capacitors. That's what we'll do next. We'll do the voltage on the capacitors. So let's bring the meter over here, make it a bit easier to see. Okay, so here are the smoothing caps. Let's go across this one here. Just about 40 volts or so. Nothing. Check my connections. Yep. Okay, so we've got no supply to the. We've got power to the rectifier, but nothing on the. We've got nothing to the smoothing caps. So let's just unplug it and have a poke around so we can see anything obvious in here. So there are the connections down the bottom of the board. Looks like it's got quite a nasty scratch on the board. It looks like someone's been in here and poked about. Actually, that doesn't look right. It looks to me possibly like, if I undo that connection there, that's broken off the board. You see the board's broken at the corner there. It's difficult to see with the camera. Part of the circuit board snapped clean off. There we go. There you go, you can see it now, it's focused. See that corner of that board's broken off. So what have we got there? That's possibly the problem. Oh, okay, I can see what's happened. You see it's cracked straight through the output of the rectifier. Let's take the lamp away. You see that scratch line? That is actually a clean break across the board. So that board is actually split in two. And that corner support has obviously just broken away. Even though it hasn't broken a track where the corner support is. It's broken the track away. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scrape back that solder resist, just checking to make sure there's no other tracks that are damaged, and then we'll power it up again. We'll have another go. Right, soldered the connections up on the board, so let's give it a go now. Hopefully we should get supply. Wait for the relay to click if it does. Oh, yeah, relay. Okay, I've got audio on one channel. Could be select a switch. Looks like it might be a volume pot. Okay. Take it into right channel only. Okay, seriously dirty pot. Let's give that a contact cleaner run and see if that fixes it. It doesn't always fix these pots. When they get as bad as this, it doesn't always work. Take it off that channel and run it back and forwards. Give it a double helping of this. Because it's a do or die on these pots. They're irreplaceable. You can't buy them anymore. There's nothing that fits. Which is the problem with the amplifier I've got behind me. Let's try it now. Okay, now we've got a seriously bad connection somewhere, so we need to see if we can do anything with that, but it's possibly another scrap amplifier, unfortunately. Nothing at all on that channel. Let's check it on the left channel only. So the left channel's fine, so that needs a bit more investigation, but yeah, just bear in mind that if you buy one of these amplifiers, if it doesn't work on one channel, there's a good chance that you'll never get it to work if it's the pot. Yeah, okay.